Okay, good afternoon. We are here for the Fish and Game Commission's meeting. We are going to go ahead and reconvene at 6:05 just to go ahead and give everyone a moment to finish loading in. So just please wait a little bit and we will be right back.
Hola, amigos.
Hi, Patty. So we'll start when we reconvene at 6:05. Red Hawk won't be making the meeting tonight. So this will be everyone, and we do have a quorum. I'm gonna see if my internet stays a little bit better and stable if I'm not showing a photo of my face. We'll see. All right, it's 6:06. Should we reconvene our meeting?
Yes, please.
Okay. We'll call the order at 6:06, the Fish and Game Commission meeting on February 14th, 2023. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. I'll do a quick
Happy Valentine's Day.
Have I unfrozen?
Yep, now you are.
Did we lose her?
We're doing a roll call. Commissioner Madigan, are you present?
I am present in Baja.
Wow.
I think we're losing. I think Anna's fading in and out on us.
Yeah, I'm definitely fading in and out. Does anybody have the ability to do a roll call?
Can we just?
Okay, so present, I have Commissioner Madigan,
Present.
Commissioner Van,
Present.
Commissioner Pellar.
Present.
All right, and I am present. Red Hawk is out this month. He shall be back. We'll move directly onto our reports from the agenda items. On our reports list for the agenda items, we have wherever I put that agenda. We have Dawn White as well as Jennifer Garrison, but I don't see anyone in attendance in the meeting.
That
Everybody's doing Valentine's, I guess.
Understandable. All right, since we have no reports, I do just want to report one email that I received from Adrian. She's reached out multiple times to the Fish and Game Commission about our grant cycles and has not heard back. So as soon as she hears back, she'll respond back to us. But at this time, it looks like we're moving slow on getting that grant funding out. If everyone just kind of wants to give our projects and our programs an update on that, just so they don't expect a faster turnaround than we're going to be able to accomplish. I'll start reaching out at my level. I was just on a call with Chris Bonham today, so I don't know. Maybe if you talk to the chief, everything else will fall in place. So that's what we've heard back from Adrian. We don't have any items for discussion or possible action. It's gonna be a real fun, real quick meeting. Commissioner reports.
I just was wondering what the on the let's see here, secondary regarding the commission's request to be moved back under the county executive office again. Did I miss something on that? Being that we were going to be moved from the planning commission or building and planning. I'm sorry.
I think she's frozen again.
Ah, Patty, you are retired and in Baja, I just want to say, on Valentine's Day. It's very good. It suits you well. Looks good on you. Yeah.
I wish I could show you. I have an incredible view out this window, but it's nighttime.
Oh,
It's nighttime, so can't show it to you this time.
So you're obviously glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, I'm all over COVID.
obviously, yes. You got pink in the cheeks, doing
Yeah.
great.
Oh, there.
Yeah. She's
There,
frozen
Anna's
again.
back.
Look at
So,
that great
Anna, I
face.
just had
That's awesome.
I just had a quick question on the. I am looking at Adriana's email here. I printed it, and I was just kind of wondering. Did I miss something with getting the commission moved back over to the county executive office, and not staying under building and planning?
Anna, do you have the ability to respond on that one?
She's frozen again. Look at her face. She's
Well, she
frozen
was-
right there.
She was nodding her head.
I know. For a second.
Maybe she's turned off her video. Maybe you would.
There she is.
unfreeze. Yeah.
There she is. That's a freeze. That's right. Hold them up, buddy.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
There you go. Hey.
All right. So yeah, we tried to move back under the.
Can't hear you anymore. You're
On
frozen.
whether or not that will be successful. Building and planning is short on staffing time, and they're having a hard time supporting us. And we don't want to be a burden onto anybody. And it sounds like the executive office has more staffing available to help with commissions. So that was the goal on trying to move back to building and plan or executive office.
So basically, it looks like from what I read, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but all of the commissions would be under this office of the CEO rather than building and planning. Am I reading that right? The 9 public
Yeah,
hearing
all of
bodies?
the other county commissions are under except for Fish and Game. And we got taken here because an old chair worked at building and planning. So it was easy for him to have everything under the same building and planning head. But then now that he's no longer the chair or on the commission, and that was years and years ago, we kind of got left in building and planning. So we're going to try to transition back to the executive office where
Good.
all the other
No.
commissions live.
That's good. That's good. Good work on that.
Any more questions?
Not on that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can we get updated by somebody about Brown Act and what's the other one, harassment or whatever we're supposed to be updating?
Yes, so you're supposed to get a Brown Act training every 2 years, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think there was just a training, but I'm not quite sure when it was.
I think if there was one that was available online that we could just individually punch into and take, I don't think there's any testing involved. You just have to sit through it and get a certificate.
Yeah, I remember doing a bunch of research on this, but I can't remember what I found.
I can check and see if the RCD would let me attend one of theirs.
Cool.
But I just thought if there was one available and people knew about it, it'd be great if we could piggyback.
Yeah, I think all the ones I've
Didn't
heard
we-
of lately are online and you just sit through it.
Didn't we go through one, Patty, together over at Mendocino Fire one
I
time?
think
Or
so.
was that,
Yeah. I mean, I've taken it
that seemed like
myriad times. Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like that was a county sponsored type deal where they
Yeah.
invited, you know, the
Mhm.
different bodies of county government to come over and do
Right,
it.
right.
Maybe that's something we could look into.
Sure. The other thing I would like to remind people, and I think that we all got an email about Form 700, which is due, I think, in May, maybe, but you get fined if you don't turn it in. It's like $200 or something.
Form 700s are due in April.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I think Anna froze again.
Probably. Bam, bam. All right, I see you guys moving.
We can hear you.
Oh, cool. Well, that covers a lot of fun stuff. Brown Act trainings, Inform 700.
You're frozen again.
Anything else? Nope. Do we want to do commissioners' reports and go on for Valentine's Day? Fastest meeting ever. All right, Tracy, you want to give us your commissioner's report?
I have nothing to report. I mean, the biggest highlight that I have is when I was at a Lamac meeting and they talked about the what are you over there on Noya Wharf Master or what's Harbor Master? And they were
Yeah.
talking and I was like, that's Anna. With all the big storms. That was my big excitement. Yeah, that's all I've got. Yeah, it was a big deal.
Yeah, those storms got us hard. Commissioner Van, what do you have for our reports?
Well, not much. I haven't heard anything back from the Round Valley Indian tribes or I forget what the other one. I was trying to find it here in my notes that were delinquent on the final reports from I forget what fiscal year it was in regards to I think it was a Mill Creek project, but the last conversation I had with the tribal government, they hadn't heard from anybody on the county end, so I don't know where that's at on either end. So I did try to follow up with it, but didn't get any answers from either side. So just go ahead, Tracy.
Hi, Commissioner Van. Was that the one with Pat Higgins and the Eel River Recovery Project and the kids, or no?
No, that had to do with the Round Valley
Okay.
Indian tribes. There was two separate grants on that year. This had something to do with willow planting up on Mill Creek up by the dump and whatnot. So the work was done. I forget. I think the guy's name was Wayne or something like that was working with the tribe, and he moved on.
Bruce?
And they were having trouble finding his record. Excuse me?
Was it Bruce?
No, it wasn't Bruce Hillbach Barger. It was I can't find my notes, unfortunately. I wish I would have said that some more. But he was usually very thorough with these records, and they can't seem to find anything in regards to that. So I'm hoping they do come up with something. And I'm not sure where the county is with, following up with those final approvals on that. So like I say, I got no response from either side. So maybe things are still working.
All right. Well, thanks for following up on that. Patty, what do you got for us?
Yeah.
Well, Red Hawk and I were working with Jennifer Garrison and, everybody on the riparian and wetland setback ordinance discussion, which I think never got agendized. Well, it was agendized, but it was never addressed at any of the Board of Supervisors meetings, to my knowledge. So maybe when Red Hawk comes back at the next meeting, we can see if he has any updates for us on that. But, Supervisor Haschek sort of took it under his wing. And he did reach out to me between last meeting and this meeting to say he was looking for information on something. I think I sent him to you, Anna, that he'd had an inquiry from one of his constituents about something to do with something that I had it had something to do with, I don't know, waste management or litter or something. And, I kind of felt like it was out of our purview, but, I just thought we need to have some kind of a system where if we have, supervisors come to us because they get questions that they think fits our mission, then we should know which one of us could best address those things. So maybe we can do a little tally next time about where your interests or expertise are, because mine certainly isn't in litter. Maybe it had to do with water. I have no idea. I don't remember, but it wasn't something that I could address anyway. So you were going to be the clearinghouse, Anna. So if you didn't hear from Haschek, maybe it's just a dead issue. The other thing besides the setbacks for riparian and wetlands is I participated in November in the SHARP project, which is something to do with fish and wildlife on the Navarro, setting priorities for funding and addressing restoration priorities. And so they recently sort of culminated and made final their recommendations, which will help funnel funding that comes through the Department of Fish and Wildlife, so that it addresses things that are truly needed and not just a slick proposal or somebody was able to pay a consultant to wrap something in a pretty package. It seems like we really need to, in this day and age, target funding to things where it can do the most good. So that was kind of a long and drawn out process, but I was happy to participate as a retired restoration practitioner. So that's it for me, other than I'm in Mexico for
Good job, Patty.
Another 2 weeks. I've been here for almost 2 months now, and we're really living the life and really enjoying a really amazing natural resource area where we have an incredible estuary that we're right on top of an estuary. We see migratory birds. We see lots of horses, and it's been very fun to just be away from the harsh winter of Northern California. Sorry, y'all. You're muted there, Tracy.
Oh, I was just like, it's okay, Patty. You're allowed to enjoy while we suffer, especially Anna.
I'm
to
old.
the harbor. Yeah.
We had snow today in Dos Rios, so
Wow.
I envy you a little bit.
Well, it was cold here, cold and wet today, but we've had some 70-degree days, which I'm not going to complain about.
Sounds delightful. It definitely rained here and then it was sunny also.
Yeah, well, we came down on January 1st and, the storms were chasing us. We saw some incredible traffic jams on the way down, but yeah, we're hoping to come back in all in good shape, but I hear you have some more weather on the way.
Mm-hmm.
At least we're getting the water. The water is good for fish and wildlife and the soil and the drought.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Thanks, Patty.
which is what my report was going to be. So off we go.
Anna, are you going to give us a report on like what happened down at the harbor?
I can if I don't freeze. So we had a 20 or 33-foot swell hit at the same time as a high tide. And then we had all that rainwater. So we had waves breaking well over the jetties into the parking lots. All of Noyo Beach had water all the way up it. And then our dredge soils containment cell is there. So we had a 6-foot run up of waves under the containment cell, which a lot of sloughing,
Wow.
probably 3 million in damage.
Gee.
Can you apply for some funds?
And another piling broke loose too. So I had some marina damage and some damage to the seawall. But other than that, it's, we fared really well. When you look at how Capitola looks and Southern California and San Luis Obispo County, and some of those harbors just got absolutely decimated. So we fared really well. We just finished, like I submitted the final grant stuff this past month, but we did $300,000 of infrastructure updates for tsunami and storm disaster mitigation and management. So new pile guides and cleats and rub rails for the boat. So it definitely helped out on our end. Good old FEMA grants. So now we're just waiting to see if FEMA, so the county's been declared a disaster, but we don't know if that's going to translate into any funding for the district to fix our spoils containment site, but neither ourselves or the Army Corps will be able to dredge until we fix that area. It's just not safe to put any sediment in there. It won't be permittable by the Coastal Commission. So, and we kind of did a quick engineer's estimate to fix the damage and do a mitigated retreat. So stepping back, there's to reconstruct that site where it is now. And what we know with global warming and sea level rise, we'd be in the same position in 15 years. So we're going to kind of push everything back, think to the future, but that construction and dirt work is probably going to be around $3 million. So, yeah, it's $3 million is my new favorite number, I guess. I submitted a grant yesterday also for $3 million for something else. So it's just
magic number.
And real quick, I was trying to find the minutes from our last meeting, and I couldn't find them. The ones that I printed for tonight's meeting was dated. Let's see, where's these? September 13th. Was there a holdup with the minutes or from the last meeting?
Yeah, that was most likely my fault. I thought I'd sent them to Adrian for this agenda, but it didn't get on here.
Okay. I just thought I was missing something. That's fine. It's no big deal. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't looking in the wrong spot for the minutes.
No, I should have paid closer attention to the draft agenda she sent out.
No worries. All good on my end.
From the emails into the agendas. All right. Any more questions?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second.
I second. Oh, we're there.
I think we're frozen again.
I think so too.
Frozen.
When's our next meeting? Do we have to?
Our next meeting
When's our
would
next meeting?
be February, March. Would be April 11th at 6 p.m.
Sounds
Is
good.
that not going to be
Okay,
in
and I
person?
guess
Oh, sorry.
I guess we'll just follow up with you, Anna, on the what the state's doing with our grants, and if they're we might have to have a special meeting of some sort if they're kind of dragging their feet maybe a little bit, and send them a letter, if they could maybe show us some consideration on our efforts.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to my contact at Coastal or at the Fish and Game Commission and see if I can get any forward momentum on this. I know a couple of commissioners and some staff there, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, let us know what you need from us. We're here to help.
Will do. Thank you guys so much. Have a happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for logging in, and thank you for staying late at work.
Yeah.
April 3rd
Thank
is
you.
the due date for the Form 700.
Yep.
Oh,
Do your
thank you,
form.
Patty.
Okay.
Okay, I'm on it, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Happy Valentine's
Bye-bye.
Day.
You too.